So one question you get asked all the time is, why do you take a horse out by itself on its first trail ride?
So that is a good question, and I do typically try to take my horses out by themselves for the first 2, 3 trail rides by themselves. The reason I do that is I want that horse looking back to me for the leadership and the guidance. Like I know there's going to come times that he's going to get nervous and get scared. If we have other horses around, what do we always say? Safety in numbers. So they get their confidence and everything from those other horses. They're going to be looking to those other horses. And we can use that to our advantage, and I have done it in the past. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just I don't do it anymore because it's real easy to take an older horse that's a little more experienced, a little more mature, and say you come to a creek crossing and your young colt that you're sitting on, obviously he's going to be nervous, maybe doesn't know how to handle that yet. So you take that older, more experienced horse and you say, here, I'll go through first. I'll show you it can be done. And then your young horse, he's looking to that older horse for that experience, that leadership, that confidence, instead of me as the rider. So if I can get that horse to cross that creek when I'm out there by himself, then I know he's looking to me for the leadership. He's following my feel, my leadership, and he's getting his comfort from me. Another thing I like to do, reason why I like to do it is like, so if you ride out with a group of people and you've been riding 6 months with 2, 3, 4 horses, and then all of a sudden you want to go trail riding, there's no friends around to go trail riding with. So you decide to go out by yourself. Well, obviously that's going to be the first time that horse has been out, and you may run into trouble that you haven't had in 6 months, and you're like, where's this coming from? My horse rode so well all the time. Well, if you'd have rode by yourself the first few times, you could have figured out all those issues. You could have figured out where your horse struggles, what he's scared about, because he was probably feeding off those other horses and getting his confidence from safety in numbers instead of being able to ride by yourself. So I always try to ride by myself. We've done some training series with colt startings where I've had Dawn come out. She's videoed me, and obviously there was other horses, but I handled everything the same. I tried to keep my horse out in front where he wasn't necessarily following the other horses. He wasn't paying attention to them. I rode him just exactly like I would if I was by myself. I didn't let him feed off of those other horses. So hope that helps.